My name is Christian Bell, and I'm going to be giving our special emphasis for this morning. First, giving honor to God for continuously blessing me, to my family for supporting me, and to all of you who have encouraged me and watched me grow. I'm grateful this morning to be able to give a special emphasis, and I'm so glad to be here. Before we go any further, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was 8 years old, I thoroughly enjoyed Sunday school and would often share the lessons I learned with other children in my then public school. In fact, one of my most cherished childhood memories involves gathering in front of this giant tree with a small group of kids and singing This Little Light of Mine. At the tender age of 8, I wanted so desperately to be like Jesus. He was my superhero. But it was at that age that I first learned how hard imitating Christ would be. One day, as I was washing my hands in the bathroom, I was interrupted by a group of 4 girls from my class. These girls called themselves the Devil Girls, and like the name entails, claimed to worship Satan. These girls told me to either join the group or get hit. When I told them no, they pushed me against the wall and threw chalkboard erasers at me. I'm going to pause here for another important message. This is a story that I did not share with my parents until recently. In fact, my mom was devastated to learn that the teacher who had found me crying on that bathroom floor never reported the incident. And I went years pretending like that event never happened. I want my Gill girls and everyone here to know silence allows abuse to continue. And though I hope to God no one ever experiences something that extreme, if you are bullied, speak up. Let your parents know. Let your grandparents know. Speak up until your voice is heard and action is made. So back to the message, how do we imitate Christ in a world that is ungodly? In a world that is filled with cruelty and evil? I'm here to tell you that it won't be easy, but it can be done through sacrifice, love, and forgiveness. To sacrifice is to give up or lose something for the greater good. One of my favorite scriptures is John 3:16, which, as many of you know, talks about God sacrificing his only son so that we may have eternal life. I didn't realize it then, but me rejecting that invitation was a sacrifice. As I reflect on that incident, I realize I sacrificed momentary comfort and the security of feeling included, but I maintained my relationship with Christ, who is everlasting. If we wish to imitate Christ, then we as Christians must sacrifice. Sometimes that means using the time we scroll through Facebook or watching the Super Bowl for prayer. Sometimes that means waking up early in the morning for church or going to choir rehearsal. Sacrifices aren't always easy, but they will bring about the greater good, which is being more like Christ. If we wish to imitate Christ, we as Christians must love. In the book of John, chapter 15, verse 12, Jesus says, "Love each other as I have loved you." It's hard to love people, because some people can be mean, some people can be jealous, and some people can be downright ugly. But like my mom always says, it's not the actions you need to love, it's the person. Striving me to imitate Christ, no one here or on this earth is or has ever been perfect, except for God himself. Finally, as imitators of Christ, we are called to forgive. During my freshman year of high school, I reconnected via Facebook with a girl I went to elementary school with. For those who don't have a Facebook account, I apologize, and I will try to make this as less complicated as possible. So shortly after becoming a friend with this girl, I received another friend request and a message in my inbox. It was from one of the girls who had thrown the erasers at me those many years ago. In her message, she told me she had found me through the girl I reconnected with on Facebook, and she was our mutual friend. She told me she wasn't sure if I'd remember her, and if I did remember her, would even accept her request. She said she and her mother had recently joined a church, and the more she attended service, the more she felt guilty about what she'd been a part of. She said she'd been bullied into that group and felt awful about what she and those other girls had done those many years ago. She said she was sorry. It is difficult to forgive those who slap us in the face. But before we choose to harden our hearts or seek revenge, we must consider to the extent to which God forgives us of our own sins. How many times have we cheated, gossiped, or broken our promises to God? In Matthew chapter 18, verses 21 through 22, Peter comes up to Jesus saying, "Lord, how often will my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? As many as 7 times? And Jesus says, "I do not say to you 7 times, but 70 times 7. 70 times 7 is a number that signifies an infinite amount. My decision to forgive her wasn't easy. It took time and the gift of grace that God bestows on us. But if we are to be imitators of God, we must sacrifice, love, and be willing to forgive, just as Christ forgives us." Thank you.
Amen.